So this is for my overview video for my SAFMEDS. Um, I have my questions on my phone, so excuse me if I'm reading off of this. It says, number one, speak about your progress in terms of actual data. So for my data, most of my graph is, it's a increasing linear graph. I always meet my aim goal for almost all of the decks here for my acquisition graph. In terms of like actual raw data, for the most part, I've been able to maintain it at a good average within that aim goal. The highest ACEL I've had is like 25 for this class. And it's just a gradual like increase. There was never much of a decrease. Every now and then it'll just like drop down one or two. The only times that I've had a decrease is actually on the very last deck, which I always struggle with. My deck 3, I seem to have a slower acquisition, so that one's the lowest one. I have like, I just barely met the aim goal last week of 14. Then this week I started again with an A cell of 10 and a D cell of 4. And then I had to go back and do some phase changes to kind of get it back up to at least the aim goal. I think that that's where I'm going to focus on this last week, is to just get it up into the higher 20s, because right now it's at like 14 again. Let's see. What did you study? For the most part, my study habits have been the same throughout the entire class. I always start out with not separating, but like identifying which terms I don't know, and then kind of going back and reading on it and Googling it and stuff like that, like in layman terms, so that I can get it right in my head, and that's how I learn. I don't specifically add extra time unless like the data tells me that I'm struggling on this one specifically. But I've noticed a universal pattern where if I add more than, I think it's more than 7 minutes on a deck, then my brain stops working and I get into kind of like a burnout phase. So I do have to kind of limit my study time. I am not one of those people that can sit and study for like 30 minutes. I have to either incorporate breaks or like make it shorter amounts of breaks, or shorter amounts of studying. What adjustments did you make and why did you make the adjustments? So that's part of the adjustments, is not going over the time that I'm supposed to be studying. Also, most of my phase changes too is just reinforced learning too. If I know that I'm struggling with a certain subject, again, I try to go back, reread the readings, Google like the objectives, see like different examples and kind of put it together. The discussion posts really help with that, so that I can actually like really understand the terms instead of just like doing the definitions. And then the last one is, did you meet your personal objectives in this goal course and why? Yes, I think I put that I wanted to just keep learning the actual SAFMED definitions. And I think I've been doing just that, just because it has, like, I go back to reinforced learning, and for the most part, I've maintained my aim goal. Again, except for this last deck, which I always struggle with, deck 3. But it has been really going well.